The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
Yeah, we really don't run that much in this league.
Eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year. Big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big.
I'm about to crank up. It's about to crank up for you.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45.
The last few months I was probably lost, but this season right here, I've been nice.
I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball in midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. You don't last like that. Oh, hell.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to run it. Smart move to get down with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Broncos are marching down the field.
God.
The give to the lone running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to no points. It's going to bite you in the butt eventually.
They'll give it to the back.
Come on. How you don't block him?
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Still on his feet. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. The offense set for a 1st down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pulls it, fire complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy every. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, is becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he breaks it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Here's the handoff. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Dances away to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Using his legs, it's Riley. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Runs through the tackle. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. It's a flea flicker. He lets one fly deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, they went flea flicker, hoping to catch the defense off guard. I got to be honest, David. I don't think the defense was fooled. It was almost as if they were expecting that play. There was nowhere to go with the ball.
And you're trying to make the big play. And you're trying to capitalize on momentum and trying to create something and hit the home run. But you're right. Nice job staying disciplined. You could tell when the running back took the football, he didn't want to run the football. You could tell he was flipping it back. Nice job by the secondary, forcing the incompletion.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll just down it right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Now they'll try the right side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, the give, looking for room. The Buffaloes get it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hit yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Still running at the 40. Afterburner's coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
But can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. At the 45 on its way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Toss to the left. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Broncos.
Hey, bro, this shit don't feel slow to you, man?
And they couldn't catch it.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football
Oh,
game
my God,
go
yeah?
into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
He'll take a shot. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bucks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now 2nd and 10. Tosses it back. He's taking the shot. Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Now the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. It's caught. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now on the option. Now the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
Bro, you can go for it as long as it's less than but 4 and 6. Okay, you go 6, 4 and 6. Bro. You go and release.
Somehow get the first down. Yeah. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'd be looking
at a regular one too. They don't care.
Field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 30. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Boise State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 17 over Nevada. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They'll try the run, fighting off the defender. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, ball spotted at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Colorado! And that one will give them the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Now they're going to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. And the Broncos get the 1st down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run the option. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Broncos are threatening on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 24 in the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and bit of running room on that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away.
Yeah.
No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 11 over Ohio. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Keep headed to the end zone. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. And, guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Running behind that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
Yeah, this is the game. Yeah, we definitely won.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Gotta have it here on fourth down. They're trying to get to him. Trying to beat the DD. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Boise State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game, and then let your defense go on the field.
Oh my God!
Seal it for you.
Oh, thank you, G.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Gee.
So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. Steps away. Fires downfield. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Still on his feet at the 45. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happened.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.